On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, Kidder and I are once again joined by the local geek and JS Gunslinger. And if you've ever wondered why exactly I call myself the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, boy, you will understand that nickname fairly quickly as we recap the entire breakdown of what happened at the end of last week's show. That's right. If you didn't see last week's show, something happened at the end, and I'm going to basically spoil that if you haven't seen it. So if you haven't seen that, go back, watch that one. But yeah, we'll break down all of the details, and you will understand why I have my nickname. And that'll probably bring a smile to your face, a laugh to your heart, and that's what you can expect from the Triple B. Because when you're here, you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and V. Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, enjoy time with friends.
The Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast that would like to let you know that rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here, as always, with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
I can't help but laugh because I don't know if you're a bit tipsy or if you've got blood loss because you're slurring your words all over the place. You're just like an icy street that we've had this week. You're all over the place.
Yeah, it was an exciting last, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, Avalanche scored. We're within one goal.
See?
Do it again.
No.
One more time. You got another hand. It's fine.
We should introduce who else is on the show.
Oh yeah.
Although if you saw last week, I mean they're still here, but we should still introduce them and maybe get to some drinking, and then I could fill you in on what's going on. But joining us from a shower, because the man never stops working, it is the Triple B Armorer, JS Gunslinger. JS, how are you doing tonight?
Wonderful. I traded in a handgun for a paintbrush tonight, and I am waterproofing this gigantic handmade custom full tile floor to ceiling shower that I am hand building in our house because I can't do things not overly complicated. So
expect some real dry humor from JS tonight.
I think this is actually when he gets the most work done, is when he's on this show, because nobody wants to interrupt him.
Yeah, we're just helping him get done, with everything.
I appreciate all of the help and support that you guys give me.
Yeah, and speaking of help, support, and blood in the water, on the other screen, having stolen Bruce from my background, it is the Triple B Brewmaster, the local geek. Local geek, how are you doing this evening?
Hey, I'm not doing too bad. JS, you said you traded your handgun in, but I caught a glimpse of it there a second ago.
Hey, sometimes the Decepticons like to strike at home. You never know when the toaster is going to turn into a little robot. And you just gotta take them out.
I laughed, you laughed, the toaster laughed, I shot the toaster, we both laughed. Yeah. Also, local geek, how do you know that it was that gun he was talking about? Because he is JS Gunslinger. You know how many guns he has?
That's fair.
A lot. It could have been that old one that he just never uses.
It's that free MP5 he got from McDonald's.
I'm thirsty. I bet Howard's thirsty for something that can clot his blood a little bit. And I'm sure Local Geek and JS are very thirsty as well. Howard!
I guess that means that we should get to everybody's favorite segment of the show, and that is What's on Tap. And you know what? Local Geek had his hand up. So Local Geek, what you having? You're first.
I had my bottle opener up.
The same as a hand.
I'm having the the drink that was mentioned in the last episode that JS slid my way. It is the New Glarus IPA. Bottle says, eminently drinkable at 60 IBU. This harmonious IPA was built to partner with food and friends. A legacy combination of old-school American hops with lively German and American dry hopping catapults this unique bouquet to your nose. Golden blonde and 15 degrees P camouflages. A substantial 6.75% ABV. Brewmaster Dan's riff on the American IPA tradition.
I saved that one especially for you. I think I gave one to Howie, too.
Whoa!
Ah!
Angry.
I mean, it's an IPA, so, it's to be expected.
I suppose. Yeah, it was not happy there.
Howard's offering a poncho for you, local geek.
I think it's too late for the poncho, but
Kid, guess what you're getting for Christmas?
Yeah.
Another damn IPA.
shower caps.
for an IPA, this one's not too bitter. I would say I could drink this one. It's still not up there on my favorites list by any means, but we give it like a 2.5, put it kind of right in the middle of the pack.
I don't remember if I tried that one or not. It all blends together with the IPAs for me. So,
and I'm gonna intermission here quick and get something to clean up the spill.
Local geek, if you would just buy the Big D Business Center shower curtain, you could put that on your floor underneath your chair, and then when you have these beer mishaps, it takes all the damage. But while he's doing that,
And you can roll over his floor, over his face on the floor. Just
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a door for the shower yet, so I might have to buy that shower curtain.
Hey, there's a going out of business sale going on, so you can.
If I spend $200, maybe I can mail myself some pickles.
bet you wouldn't even have to pay postage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I could wait to hand deliver them. It'd be like a special delivery. Now we're talking.
You do a hand-to-hand in the shower, you got other things happening. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you have another hand in the shower? I only have two.
Anyway,
he needs a hand.
JS, you're down from the ladder. What are you having? What are you drinking?
On the ladder didn't mean I wasn't holding something to drink.
Hey, safety third, man.
Safety third. That is right. Paintbrush first, beer second, safety third.
Safety third, yeah.
I have a Bismarck Brewing Company Bourbon Cola, since we were talking about the Bourbon Colas. Bourbon, whiskey, and cola. Drink what you like. 5% alcohol by volume. Weak ass. Bismarck Distillery. Good people at Bismarck Distillery in the greatest city in the state, Bismarck, North Dakota. R2D, I am ready to drink. Smells like whiskey cola. And it tastes. It almost tastes like a Dr. Pepper Maker's Mark. I'm a big fan of mixing Dr. Pepper in my whiskey. The spices and the stuff in Dr. Pepper really make a good whiskey like pop, especially like Dubliner. The Dr. Pepper should be the staple instead of Coke because it makes the whiskey the flavor just really come out.
It's very sweet.
It's more like a 10 or 15% alcohol by volume. It should be probably a 5, but since it's a weak whiskey drink, I'm gonna go like it tastes good, but it's missing alcohol content. It needs more. I'm gonna go like 3.5.
To me, it has a pretty good flavor profile, but it kind of reminds me of the rail whiskey and a splash of soda that you would get off of the gun at Bar Bucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting the spice flavor like from the Dr. Pepper profile, kind of.
That'll be $8.
Yeah. I want to say it almost tastes like Maker's Mark, but I don't know. It's not Jack, and it's not like Black Velvet. It's smooth. It needs another like 3 shots in this drink, and then it would be good.
I can help you. You want some Templeton?
Ooh, I got some Templeton in my well, it used to be my liquor counter, but now it is a
What?
liquor rolling Susan.
It's the rye, bullet rye. It's a good stuff.
Ooh, I got a Templeton, 60-year Templeton rye, and the greatest whiskey ever made.
I think Howard's questionable. The best ever made. What's it?
No, it just came out. Yeah, look at it. Ooh, barrel strength. Look at that.
Yeah, the 2020 edition.
I have the Taste Like Structure Fire Wee Beastie that I found from the old giant Blue Star place that sells liquor.
Howard's like, what?
But
I'm gonna add some bareface to this just to kick it up a notch.
you know, and it was weird because the Wee Beastie was more expensive than Bareface. It used to be super cheap. Last year when I was buying it, they were like $25 a bottle. Now it's like 45.
So now it's a Bismarck Distillery cola, bourbon, and bareface.
Is it 5 now?
That's better. Mm.
Did you make it a 5?
It's really good. It's getting there, yeah. I didn't add that much bareface, so we're still under 5.
Come on.
I didn't add that much. You saw me pour it. I didn't want to overflow the can here.
You don't have anywhere to go. Pull it in there. I know you're not working tonight. Like, you can do it. Howie, what are you drinking?
Well, let me tell the story of what occurred at the end of last week's episode with this. So, as you gents know, I put on a brand new blade on my X-Acto knife, so I could get olives out of a glass, because that seems like a smart idea. At the end of the episode, since we were last week talking about, turkey, Thanksgiving, all of that, I happened to pull out of my box of miniatures a figure, and I'm like, oh, I should get this thing put together before the end of the show because it ties in. And that figure is this lovely dire turducken, which if the camera ever decides to focus...
Didn't work.
No.
It works for the other guy on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm not that lucky either. That's
Tell your future, Howard.
Yeah. Let's see if we can. Come on. There we go. So yeah, it's a dire turducken. It's basically got the head of a duck, a goose, or a duck, a rooster, and a turkey.
What the hell?
Yeah, I thought, what the hell? That's kind of cool. Show that off. The thing was, it had this big piece of support underneath the head. So there's the supports. We don't need to focus on that. So I'm like, I just got to cut that off real quick so that I can do this reveal. While doing that, I managed to, it was a bit trickier and harder than I thought. The 3D printer resin held on better than it usually does. And so I had to put down a little bit more force. The knife slipped. I sliced open my finger. I thought it was a minor cut, got the super glue, made the comment about gluing my fingers together, started trying to dab that on. It's not a small cut. It's actually a pretty good cut through the tip of my finger.
Just the tip, though.
I usually have some paper towel here for when I do my painting. Grabbed that because it's the only thing I had to stop the bleeding. Put that on my hand. So JS, you made the comment about the stuff glued to my thumb. That's actually paper towel that is now super glued to my thumb. Along with this finger has some stuff glued to it. Along with 3 of the fingers on this hand have paper towel glued to it on top of this cut. And all this to say, gentlemen, I'm having from the Distill Brewery, their Wild Sour series. It is their lemon tart. And I know you're thinking, Howard, why are you doing more drinking after you've clearly cut yourself open? Why? Because I'd rather have them think if I do end up going to the ER, this was a drinking related accident and didn't have to do with a stupid dire turducken. I don't want to have to explain that story to the tech. So
I was thinking of, that sounds really good. I think I need one of those too.
Yeah. Anyway, this is I can give the whole description. Pours a light gold with a thin white head, hints of lemon and vanilla present in the aroma, lightly tart with a dry finish. This sour ale has the flavors of a classic lemon dessert in a glass. Cheers. It is a sour ale with lemon puree and vanilla, 4.2% alcohol by volume, 10 IBUs. Good stuff.
I would not advise pouring that on your wound. It would probably hurt.
Hey, local geek, don't deny me a good time.
I'm daring and you won't do it.
That's not bad. The vanilla does not come through as much as I thought it might. So it's very lemony. Of course, the sour goes through. I have to say, not my favorite of the Wild Sour series, but it's not bad. I would probably give this like a 3.6. So
Nice.
And gentlemen, I may have started up in my garage a 6-pack for each of you of stuff, including some of the Wild Sour series. However, I got a 12-pack, and of course it comes with 4 flavors. So it means that there's not enough for you guys to each have one. So it's going to be a little bit of, some of you are going to get some things, some of you are going to get the other things. But I have started it, and once I find 3 more beers to finish off said 6-packs, I will get those out to you, gents.
Better wants an IPA.
Trying to give you something good, since I gave a bunch of IPAs. This is
wants the Wild Sour Christmas IPA.
I mean, you can give it to me, but it's going to go right in the garbage, down the drain. I'll recycle the can, though.
Yeah. So as I pick up some more stuff, I'll fill those out. So that's what I'm having. And this has got to be one of the longer what's on taps for, like a single round where it's only 4 of us. I mean, we've almost gone like 20 minutes.
We had story time, like we had to. It was impertinent information that needed to be shared.
Yeah. On the bright side, I think it's finally done bleeding.
Yeah.
Which is good, because I'm getting tired of holding my finger above my heart and applying pressure.
To make an NDWF joke right here.
That I'm clearly bleeding?
Yes. He's bleeding clearly.
Yeah.
Dark Angel Medical is having, I believe, like 50% off in Phoenix right now. We can order you a couple.
It was it was one of those. I also texted my wife during all that, and I'm like, "Help, bleeding badly." She was asleep on the couch, so she didn't see it. But I got up there, and I was anxious to get back down here to the show. Truthfully, like, this is not how I wanted to spend my evening. But I wanted to get back down to the show, so I was kind of being a little antsy, walking back and forth. And she goes, "Are you antsy? Or are you about to pass out?"
Definitely antsy. He's got the antsy in his pantsy, or he's been chugging syrup.
Well, the thing about me is I don't do medical stuff very well.
Are you kidding? I told you.
Yep.
I don't. I can't. And mostly I told her is that it has more to do with like, especially seeing others in pain. I struggle with, so there's just something.
You mean you don't enjoy seeing other people bleeding profusely?
It's not even necessarily like bleeding profusely. When my brother was in the hospital and in the ICU, and I walked into that room, and I felt myself like start the feeling of nearly passing out just seeing him in that state. I don't know what it is. Something about seeing people, especially people I care for, in that sort of situation. It knocks me out.
It's the great empath inside of you that's coming out.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
Kick his ass.
So what I told my wife is, like, when I cut myself, I'm like, okay, I cut myself and I have blood running down my, my hand and such, but that didn't bother me, like, whatsoever. It's like, okay, I've cut myself. I was more worried about trying to get back down here to the show. But she's like, it's late. I work tomorrow. She goes, so if you do need to go to the ER and this doesn't stop bleeding, you better ask one of your co-hosts if they'll come take you to the ER. So
I'll send my wife to come save you. I can't, but I can send my wife.
I'm good. As I said, I think it has stopped bleeding. I think I just need to
wrap it tighter.
Get a Band-Aid on it. It looks
tighter.
It looks terrible because, as I said, it's got paper towel and such now glued into it. And
don't.
I will warn you: if I send my wife, she's just gonna call you a pansy and then put a Band-Aid on it and squeeze really hard. So
I'm good. I don't
want to see that.
I'm married to a nurse. I'm covered in that regard, JS.
Oh, quick! Squeeze.
But she's not going to berate you the same way that Mrs. JS is going to. So it's going to be great content for the show.
No, see, my wife knows I'm the living embodiment of Charlie Brown. So, of course, if somebody was going to cut themselves on the show, it'd be me.
Well, you are one of two people playing with knives on this show.
I think I've lost more blood on the show than you, but I'm not 100% in that. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the first major injury we've had on the show.
I mean, major injury to you and major injury to me, I think, are a very different thing.
Yeah, I just mean,
If it's still attached, it's minor.
I'm just saying,
he's gonna lose a limb and be like, you know what? We could probably attach that. We'll see that on next week's episode.
I got duct tape.
Duct tape and baling twine.
Yeah, I mean, I could give you some bone medicine, Howie, but I don't think you're gonna like it.
It's okay. I will be fine. I will survive. I have had much worse. This is
okay, Whitney Houston.
Did you spit snooze in it? I heard that works.
No.
That was also one of my grandfather's prize techniques. Is if he cut himself, if he couldn't get to the grease gun off the tractor, he would just spit his snooze in it.
That You know,
He was an interesting
He doesn't
man.
even have words for it. He's you know?
Listen, I have spent the last 2 days wrangling kids. I have been drinking, and I've lost quite a bit of blood. You know, who knows what could happen? Howard is not in his right mind at this point.
Yeah, he goes.
All right. Hey, Howard, I got a great investment opportunity for you.
I'm sorry, I don't make investments while I've been drinking.
Easy there, Keith.
I knew you would get that reference. What bigger
Avalanche lost, so that's added on to the misery.
Yeah. My bigger one is I had this whole box of miniatures I was going to work on putting together while I sat here, and now I'm.
Well, what's stopping you?
Just the fact that I'm still holding this washcloth in my hand.
You've got another hand.
Well, I do, but look, if I can't put a dire turkey together with two hands, when it comes to the rest of this box, I'm.
Whoa, Howard! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
We need
JS
to take
Gunslinger
Drink
dropping
away.
that bomb. It's the end of the world. Howard drops
It's
that
too much.
bomb. It's just another day in the life. Oh my gosh!
Future Howard, take his drink away.
I thought you were getting a noose out for a second. Like Howard, it's just a finger cut. It's okay. This is one F-bomb.
I can put that together. That's really just opening that up.
Sorry,
So-
the echo's getting worse in here. As I waterproof this, it's getting more and more echoey.
I think you have the wrong stuff you're putting on. You're putting on, clearly soundproofing instead of waterproofing.
Hey, Holly.
What? You want me to say the thing?
I think you should say the thing.
I can say the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I may be injured, but that's okay because we are now entering everybody's second favorite segment on the show. I know it's not the one where I get injured further. It is What's on Tap, Round 2. Drink. There you go. Well, you talk about what you're getting. I'm going to grab something from the cave. So carry on.
Since Kidder was nice enough to deliver an entire 4-pack of Bismarck Distillery's vodka cocktails, we're going to keep on this trend. I've got the Lemon Fruit Punch Vodka Cocktail. Drink what you like, made with lemon-flavored vodka and corn fruit concentrate and carbonation. Thank God it doesn't taste like TV static. It is 5% alcohol by volume from the Bismarck Distillery. Serving size is 1 can. Full ounces. Yes.
Okay.
And I think they have nutrition facts. They only have how many servings are in a can. Yeah. Created by the good people at Bismarck Distillery in the greatest city in the state, Bismarck, North Dakota. Yeah. Let's get it
There
done.
you go. Got the multi-view for the whole diorama as JS is cracking it open.
Really pretty color to it, I will say that. I really like this would be good in a wine glass.
You class.
I've apparently opened the floodgates on this.
It's very fruity smelling.
It needs more vodka. It just tastes like red syrup.
Woo! That's very fruity and sweet.
Yep, that tastes like red syrup. It's
You know,
not bad, but it needs more booze.
I'm just going to throw this out there that since this is the second of the week, that maybe we're just not tasting the vodka as much in this drink.
It's possible. I do have one more, so, This very much tastes like the color red.
I'm getting that too.
Yeah, it's
Very fruit punchy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's supposed to be a fruit punch, but I'm not.
This is high C in vodka.
I mean, it might also be the extra whiskey that I added to the bourbon cola over there, but yeah.
I was going to say, I think the phrase goes, is it a whiskey drink or a vodka drink?
Yeah, this is
Lager
this is
drink
a
or
red,
cider drink?
This is a red drink. Mm-hmm.
All I can say is that if Kidder's having a problem tasting the vodka in the second one, he should add a palate cleanser. You know, like a shot of whiskey.
I put it in the thing, man. It went in the thing, okay?
Hey, Holly,
Yeah.
what's in bottle number 3?
I'm not having anything else.
He got you. He got you. Opened it. You opened it.
The Avalanche lost. Isn't that like a penalty shot?
Truthfully, I haven't reset the if you know, you know. And again, I'm parent in charge, and I'm now clearly, maimed. I can't be trusted with this right now. Let's not
Wrap it tighter. Put it down. Wrap it tighter. You can drink as much as you want. You're good.
We're not asking you to drive anywhere.
Yeah.
I think I maybe it almost made JS spit out some of his drink there with that last bit. Local Geek, are you having another?
I'm still working on this IPA. It's a little rough.
Okay.
I figured out mystery shot number 3, but I still have it marked as mystery shot 3 in the list here. So maybe I didn't figure that one out yet.
No, you figured them all out. You just clearly forgot to write that one down.
Apparently, was it the root beer schnapps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was, but then I was second guessing because I didn't have it written down. So.
Yeah, and I haven't really mixed them up again or added anything to it. So, yeah.
I could provide something for the mystery shot. That's a good idea.
Well, maybe after the show. Maybe after the show, I will explain why the if you know might be retired for the foreseeable future. Anyway, gentlemen, I wanted to share kind of an interesting acquisition that I got. I have talked on this show about Reaper miniatures many times, but I wanted to share this because, again, it just goes to show why these guys are the awesome company that they are. They recently put out this model. It's called Koga Mossback. It's a kind of a turtle druid, and I'll show you the put together one. But it is their hurricane relief model. So it is a turtle druid, really kind of cool. Has all the mushrooms growing on the back of him. I love this big fat fish he's got in his cane. All of the kind of flowers and such on it. Anyway, they've made this. It was sculpted by Jason Wiebe. It's up on their site, and the proceeds that they make off of this, they are donating to the hurricane relief efforts, both of Milton and Helene. So,
yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's part of why I love these guys. When there's a thing like a natural disaster, that they tend to do this, where they pay for him, and Jason tends to just donate his time sculpting this, which, I mean, there are many, many hours into a sculpt like this. So he donates the sculpt, and then all Reaper really takes out of the profits is what it costs them to make the model. And then everything else they donate to several different causes. So I bought 2, one for each hurricane. That made sense to me. But the other thing that I got that I think Kidder will be excited for, Kidder, last time I revealed that I had received Halo Flashpoint.
Did you get him?
But I didn't get the Master Chief.
Of course not.
So I remedied that.
Yay!
For a second, I thought it was going to be like that you needed one for each hand. A hurricane for each hand. A figure.
Listen, I am no Jimmy Buffett. That's for sure. Anyway, yeah,
Or Garth Brooks.
yeah. Unfortunately, the only way to get the Master Chief is by buying the paint set kit that goes with it. So,
No, illegally buying it on
well,
eBay.
yeah, no. So I bought the paint set. It comes with such great colors, Kidder, as UNSC Armor Green.
That's the best color in the pack right there. All right, let's go for number 2. Two on the board.
UNSC Visor Gold.
All right, yeah, that's a good number 2 color. Yeah, well, number 3.
This is ridiculous. UNSC Tech Suit Gray.
You know what? That's a close contender for number 1, but fell down to number 3. That's very good. Very good answer, Howard.
We got Red Team Red.
Yeah.
And Blue Team Blue.
Team Blue. Yep, very good.
Yep.
Very good.
Banished Black.
Yeah, black is a good color.
Yeah, Forerunner White. And then a color that is simply called the Flood.
Is that the green?
That box. Don't open the box. If it's got the flood color in there, don't open the box. You know what happens. You were there.
Yes, but we'll see. So anyway, those were some just interesting things that came in. I mean, I at least interesting that I think you guys would find interesting. I also may have bought some red gobos, but you guys probably don't know about that. So anyway.
20 years ago, Halo 3. I think it was Halo 3. In 2000, so like 23 years ago from the Xbox debut and Halo.
Was it? I don't think it was it 2003. I thought it was like 2002. I don't know, 2002.
It had to be either 2 or 3 because I was still in high school when it came out.
I want to say it's 2002. Because I want to say that it was fairly early in Kidder and I's time hanging out.
What?
So the first Halo released 2001 on the original Xbox. It was debuted with the Xbox.
Oh, really?
Halo 2 was 2004.
Yep.
That was the big one. I still have it over there with the silver steel book. Halo 3, 2007. And then ODST was 09.
Garbage.
I mean, PK would argue with you on that one all day, but he's not here, so we can't do that. Halo 4 was in 2012. And then, a few others in Halo 5 was 2015. Halo Infinite was 21, which Kyle and I still need to finish.
Yeah, I don't think
I will say it's been a while since I played a good Halo campaign. Yeah, that word.
The campaign from the South.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I played a good Halo campaign. Like years while. I will say the campaign on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is pretty good. I have enjoyed that campaign.
I've heard good things about the campaign. The thing that I think that it's probably a good thing, Kidder, we haven't been playing Call of Duty 6. One of the perks that they have in this round of multiplayer actually lets you see through walls. So
it's just like cheating in the other games.
Correct. Their thought was, instead of us having people cheat, what if we just made it a perk so that you could look through walls for like a short period of time, and that would maybe keep people from cheating. They've had to nerf the damn thing like 3 times because it's just too powerful.
I don't know. I haven't played it enough to find that. I haven't played hardly any Motherfucker. Sorry,
He said to
I
himself.
just nerfed myself with paint. I haven't played hardly any of the multiplayer other than a little bit here and there, but so I don't have much experience in that. I played zombies for like 3 hours with my nephews the other night. Other than that, I'm on like level 5 in the campaign, I think, but I haven't picked it up for 2 weeks, so I don't know.
Yeah. The other interesting thing I saw with Call of Duty recently is somebody completed a prestige. So they prestiged one time. It's what's called a pacifist run. They killed nobody. So they made it all the way up to, what is it, like level 55 and prestiged without killing a single person. It took them, I think they said, over 19 hours.
How do you even do that? Like, that's the whole point of the. How does that work?
You play game modes like defend the point or capture the point, where all you had to do is get into the zone. And so all you do is you run and you just get in the zone and you try and live as long as you can. And you score your points that way. And you can go up in levels because you're scoring points for holding zones and such, but you don't kill anybody. The video, yeah, he had like an incredible amount of like deaths because he's not shooting anybody. So of course he dies.
He's playing drop zone.
It's something, yeah, like drop zone where but without killing anybody, which like, it's cool. It's cool that you could say, yeah, I've prestiged basically playing a pacifist, but I would think that would be the most soul-sucking experience, because it's bad when you go on like just a streak where you just die constantly and you get nowhere and you don't kill anybody. Just imagine if you're like, well, I'm not going to kill anyone on purpose and try and play this game.
That sounds super boring.
I give him credit for trying to find something new and unique to do with Call of Duty, but woof. If they decide to make that like an achievement, no, never.
You're saying that one that you're not going to unlock?
I've never actually prestiged in Call of Duty, because by the time that I would maybe get close to that, Kidder and Kyle have said, we're done with this game and these cheaters, and they're gone. And I was like, oh, okay. Thanks, guys. It's great playing with you. See you in the next one.
I would like to jump on just so I can mess with some 10-year-olds. They're going to wipe the floor with me because they're way better than I am, but, it's still fun to listen to some of them bantering.
Howard, I got to say that it's very unfortunate. However, the Battlefield 3 servers have been shut down. So we can't go play Locker.
What? They shut down Battlefield 3?
Yeah, online servers have been shut down.
Wow, man.
Locker was my favorite match or favorite map on that game. Would play it for hours just on a server, only Locker. That's it. Play that.
I don't have added either one of you guys' gamer tags to my thing. I'm never on, but I still never have.
Well, maybe if you talk to us after the show, so we don't broadcast that out live to the internet.
You should broadcast your gamer tag out for everybody in the audience. You might get 2 people to add you.
Yes, but do you know about my superpower?
Got a bad reputation with that.
Yeah.
You have a superpower, Howie, and you've never told us?
Oh, I have many times.
Oh.
I attract the weirdest people. You put me out in the public domain, and if there's a weirdo out there, they will find me.
Yay!
Yeah. So I don't really need people tracking me down online.
There's nothing wrong with weirdos. They just want to have a good time with you in their basement.
Yeah. There you go, Howard. This day in gaming history.
JS, you mentioned playing the zombies mode with your nephew. On this new one, is the zombie mode, is there a just straight survival option, or is it only one with objectives in it?
I have no idea. They did the thing. I just ran around and shot stuff, and they revived me a lot.
Okay. So we used to play it a lot on Black Ops 2, and there was just a straight survival mode in that, and we liked to see how high we could get with how many waves of zombies came. Me and my wife's brother played the ones with objectives more so, but she wasn't a fan of having the objectives mixed in with survival.
See, yeah, I really couldn't tell you if there's multiple kinds of it. I don't know. I run around and shoot things until I die, and then they have to come save me and play medic because I'm not very good, but you know.
That's about where I'm at with Call of Duty. I'm not great at it, and that's why I like the zombie mode, because I don't have to worry about bringing the team down. It's just, you know, if I die, okay, well, we made it 13 rounds this time instead of 10.
I will admit that I'm not the biggest fan of the zombie campaign. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm not a huge fan of the zombie campaign. This zombie campaign is much better, in my opinion. Like I said, the zombie thing has never been my thing. I really like the campaigns in them. But, you know, I don't mind the multiplayer. I do enjoy a good multiplayer here and there, but I've never been real big on the whole zombie thing. I don't know, just not my thing.
Very enlightening of you.
So, yeah.
I also don't like
that's
the
my
zombie
2 cents
mode.
on the zombie thing.
I don't know that I ever really played much of the zombie mode, truthfully.
The one I had was World at War, where the zombie mode, I think, originated for Call of Duty. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I know most people aren't a fan of the zombie mode, but that was our jam.
Yeah, my son loves it. Like that's his favorite thing is zombies. You know, he would rather do that than anything else. It's just I don't know. I say it's much better than any of the other ones in my opinion. But I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe it's just the fact that it's more like co-op. You know, multiplayer can get so competitive and such that it's not fun, and the story mode is always like solo. So,
yeah, I think that's what it was for us. It was something that my wife enjoyed playing, and we could play together with it.
The multiplayer aspect of zombies. The two of you in this one can go together, do the objectives, work through the map together. That's
so, but yeah, I don't know that I've played too much of that. So, I'm trying to think if there's even a different zombie game out there that I've played more of. I don't think so.
There's a Walking Dead game. It's really cool.
Yeah.
My son downloaded it for a little bit and played it for, I don't know, a couple days, and he's like, "Dad, this sucks. Can I delete it?" Absolutely.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what are some of the other good zombie games. I mean, some people really like the what was it, Left 4 Dead series. But I don't know. It's never been a big one for me.
I know it's not a zombie one, but Escape from Tarkov is supposed to be a really good one, but I've never played it.
I never really played a lot of horror games when it comes to gaming. I will say I did watch a playthrough of Resident Evil Biohazard. I can't remember if it was 6 or 7, and that was fun to watch because it was an excellent story and just great creepy vibes. throughout it, but not something that I would have picked up and played myself, truthfully.
I did thoroughly enjoy the beginning of the campaign in Call of Duty Black Ops because I was a big original PlayStation Resident Evil fan.
Nice.
I had that one. I had Dino Crisis. Like those were like Metal Gear Solid. Like those are my games. Like the puzzle like third-person shooter games. I really like those. And there's a thing in the house on Black Ops 6 where you start out where you got to do a bunch of puzzles. And I kind of blew my it was fun because I just blew my son's mind because I walked my way through all the puzzles in like 20 minutes, and he's like, "I've been doing this for hours. How do you do this?" Listen, you will someday you will know the ways, my son.
Yeah. My son is still big on playing Lego Marvel superheroes. We've been playing that. We're about 45% of the way completed with everything. Nice. But it's now funny because like we'll be reading a book or such, and he will see a new superhero and he'll be like, "Have we unlocked that one?" It's like some of them it's been like yes, and others it's like no, we haven't. So he just likes playing as the different characters and playing the game. So we'll probably play some more tomorrow while my little one takes a nap.
Heck, I'm gonna play for an Attic tomorrow. You want to trade?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm watching kids. Plus now I'm injured.
Bring him along.
I'll play some video games. You can spray foam.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You sure? I'll pay you in beer.
Listen, we've seen how that has gone for me tonight. Yeah, no, sorry you have to do some spray foaming, but I will pass. I'm going to be trying to entertain two kids who have been locked up for like 2 days and are I kid you not. Here's how my day went. I got through lunch, was cleaning it up. They were playing in the living room, and I got everything cleaned up. Come out into our dining room, which connects to our living room, and the chandelier in my dining room is swaying back and forth.
Yeah. And
I'm like, what the hell happened? And my son gave my daughter up right away. He said, little miss climbed up on the table and hit the chandelier with her hand and climbed down. And I'm like, little miss, is this true? And she's like, yeah. Like, we don't climb on the table and we don't hit the chandelier. She goes, I'm sorry. It's like, okay, I'm glad that you're sorry, but you're in trouble. And I looked at my son, I'm like, and you're in trouble too, because you didn't tell me she was doing it. You clearly watched her do it and didn't say anything. He goes, well, I told her to stop. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't come get me. I'm 5 feet away.
Snitches get stitches, Howie. You know this.
I do, but I'm trying to teach my son to be a upstanding person.
I was just gonna say that's why he didn't say anything, because the stitches get stitches.
Listen,
this is all over.
Anyway, but that's the kind of chaos that I've been dealing with. I step away for 5 minutes and I have kids swinging from the chandelier.
Howard,
nice.
My godson is not gonna have stitches, okay? He knows better.
Have you seen who his father is?
I know. I'm trying to teach him some good stuff. Trying to help him out here. It's my godson. You know what I mean? I gotta teach him the good stuff.
Yeah.
How old is little Mister Howie?
She's 2.
Okay. You haven't gotten to experience how to do bad hair yet, then.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be 3 here in April, so it's. I mean, she's
Yeah.
old too, but
I will say that I pulled off a pretty mean bun the other day on Wednesday when she went to school. I was quite proud of that. I've got the ponytail and the single braid down. Pigtails I can do. It's still more challenging, but it's the first time I've attempted a bun and I nailed it.
yeah, I haven't got into that stuff yet, but I have a feeling that that's coming in my future. So we'll get there.
Yeah,
We'll get
you can do it. We have faith in you.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, I only just badly cut myself trying to cut plastic off of a turducken. I'm sure I can handle this.
Your wife can teach you how to braid. It's really simple. It's just you separate it into 3 strands, one over the other. You got this.
I like how I'm going with self-deprecating humor, and you just like try to pep talk me out of it. We've clearly hit a new dynamic, and with that dynamic, Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while.
I'm not done with this yet.
I can't help it that you're drinking slow. It's time we
Slow.
wrap.
This episode's speeding along.
I know it's the fastest podcast on the internet right now.
We like totally shown Brewmaster out of this whole episode.
I mean, I can't help that.
I didn't even have a chance to ask him, should I get, if anything, because Black Friday deals are still going on, should I get an MSI Stealth 16 AI 16-inch, 165 hertz, or should I get an MSI Stealth 18 AI Studio 18-inch, 240 hertz, both with 32 gigs of RAM, both with NVIDIA cards, but one is $1,600 and the other one is $2,300, and I can't afford either of them.
Figures always better, kid.
I know a person in town where you could get a 12.5-inch Noveski chainsaw AR-15 chambered in 223 for less than what you would pay for the fancy computer.
But if I use that, I'll go to jail.
No, you won't. It's a really easy piece of paperwork, and they approve them in like 4 days right now. You need to buy the thing.
Can I get a suppressor?
Yes, I have. I don't have any of them. They approve them in like 3 days. You need to buy one right now.
I mean, I do need one of those for my reach out and touch it accessory.
Mm-hmm. It's a stapler?
Yes, heavy swing line stapler. What did you say, Local Geek? I didn't quite catch your answer to either of those.
Said bigger's always better.
Ah, I like it. Especially because I have a 17-inch right here that's coming up on 13 years old.
Screw it by the gun.
I mean, I might get more out of that than this, but
And if you'd come to a damn shoot once in a while, we could teach you how to use it.
sorry, I'm sleeping.
I know your boss. I'll get him to put you on days.
He wants to put himself on days first, so there's that. You know what? Since you're bringing it up, final thoughts right away. There.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
If you're a dad and you have a little girl, learn how to do hair. There is nothing more satisfying than pulling off the perfect ponytail, the perfect braid, the perfect bun, and having that little girl light up when she looks in the mirror because her dad just pulled off an awesome hairdo. So if you're a dad and you have a girl, learn how to do hair.
I hope that I never have a daughter because it's going to be difficult. Local Geek, on over to you.
You expect me to follow that? I promised you a good one after the last one, and I didn't have anything. And then you just set me up for failure there.
Quick, Local
I
Geek.
did.
Slice your finger and run.
That's why you did that the last episode.
Yeah.
Chicken bastard.
No, I actually did have one, and I've totally lost it, and I hope it'll come back to me. But
You're not the only thing that's been lost in this show.
You mean like Howie's dignity?
I mean, that's been gone for a while. So, Local Geek, you got anything?
I'm hoping it'll come back to me. I'll interject it if it does before the end here.
Okay. Well, I'll hop in. The only thing I got is looking at this. I might still need to get stitches, so I might still end up in the ER before tonight's over. So
You don't need to go to the ER. Wait till tomorrow. I have a suture kit at home. Your wife can do it. It's not that hard.
JS is a little on the angry side over there.
I don't go to doctors, okay?
And he's been confined in small spaces for a bit.
With paint fumes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You and I know how that goes.
Yeah. We don't have time for that story. So
Next thing, he's going to Subway.
I am not above letting my wife stitch any one of the random wounds that I'm going to get sometime this week up. I am not above that. She will do it. So,
I mean, good on her. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I just want the painkillers, man. That's
You drug addict.
listen.
You want some of that? I got Tylenol. I'll share.
I have Excedrin.
I was going for something stronger, but that's okay.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Depends what kind of pain you have. Or we could give you a whole extra bit of pain.
I think that the fact that this show is still running on is painful enough.
You've got a liquid painkiller right in front of you, Howie. You just need to drink more of it.
No, it's gone.
Bleach.
No, it'll make it go away.
I'm good. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'll shut up now.
Local Geek, did you finalize your final thought?
No, it still hasn't come to me.
Well,
I'll
for
have
the
to add it
record,
in the comments section.
beerbluesbs.com. Save it for next week's show is in 2 weeks from now.
No, add it to the comments when the show comes out.
Wonderful. Traffic to our posts. Very
Exactly.
good. We appreciate that, Local Geek, and you watching or listening. Help us help you by commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. All you got to do is hit the share button, the thumbs up, and bam, good to go. Jess, I'm talking to you. I'm glad you're still there because he disappeared for a while. All right,
I
so
was painting the outside. I had a waterproof spot out here.
So you're on the outside and you're looking in, but you can see through the door. Never mind.
I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Never mind.
I've got a totally different song in my head.
It was stained.
Oh, that one. Okay, gotcha.
It's also -4 outside right now, which, looks like somebody who's very sad on the toilet.
Ooh, let me get naked.
Right? -4.
Oh.
How
Did you have any of the -40 underwear pics? Because I did.
What?
You never took a picture in front of the Chester Fritz sign when it was -40 and nothing but your underwear?
Oh, not in the underwear. No, I think I got a photo of the sign saying it was -67 or some stupid thing like that. But no,
taking the picture and nothing, and just your underwear was the best part. I think my underwear was floating around somewhere. Oh, I just got paint in my hair, son of a.
Let's throw it to Howard. Did he take a picture in front of the sign, mostly naked?
No, that's not a Howard thing to do.
Local Geek, did you do?
Nope.
Oh man, you're missing out.
I am disappointed in all of you.
I can neither confirm nor deny these nor any other allegations at this time.
Okay, I said I'd shut up a long time ago. I'm sorry.
Help us, buy us. Yeah, seriously, you could probably buy us for the right amount of money. You could buy this show. And at this rate, it's a Black Friday deal. So send us an offer. Buy the show. I'm not even talking about sponsorship. You can sponsor us if you want, but just buy the show. At this rate, just tell us what to say.
I'm cheap.
Just going to move those over so they're all in the frame. Yeah, you could buy us for pretty cheap. Let's see. Other than that, we had a merch store, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. You can also hop on there and subscribe for as little as $1 a month. Help us keep this show afloat. That's probably why nobody has subscribed, because they want this show to die. Or they want JS to come paint their shower. What's your going rate, JS?
Depends what I'm doing. It kind of depends what I'm doing. Spray foam is really expensive. So, tile work, stuff like that, about $150 an hour.
There we go. $150 an hour. And guess what? This show is free. It's amazing. Simple miracles of modern technology. So there is that. Again, our store, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Website, beerbluesbs.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Please like us, follow us, share us. Help us spread the Triple B as best we can. We're also on every audio platform out there, including Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, IMDb, Player FM, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. Like us on all of those platforms. If you have an account, we would love for you to be part of the show. That's what it's all about. Video versions also on YouTube and YouTube podcasts. So like us, share us, subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/users/beerbluesbs. And thank you for being part of the show. Howard, any final thoughts before we get on out of here?
No, not really.
Very good. Well, for JS Gunslinger, who is still painting, but it looks a lot better than when we started this thing. For Local Geek, the Triple B Brewmaster himself, sitting in the green aura in his lederhosen. And for Howard Blues, I am still Mark Kidder. Thanks for joining us for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Remember to keep your glass loose half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that painted and nicely trimmed Tuscan Highway. Have a great night. We'll see you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
All right.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
Stuff. Starting to think that Howie might have gotten himself pretty good. We might have to send local geek over there to check on him. How does he do with blood? Does he pass out when he seizes it on?
I haven't seen that yet, but I mean, there's still a chance.
I think you guys are the ones that have to stop the bleed training.
I mean, it's bleed out by the time I get there, so it don't matter how good I am at stopping it. He ain't got that much time.
I gotta say, I don't want to get a DUI on the way to saving Howard.
Same.
Officer, I'm down the side. I saved my buddy's life.
He's dying.
He's bleeding out. He sent me the picture. Show him the picture. It's like him holding a Band-Aid.
I was just trying to help.
Save him. Oh no, I got blue splooge on the pants. Looks like I found a Smurf in the closet.
It's even better because the missus is right over there, isn't she?
She just walked out.
No.
She always misses the good ones. Oh, I'm touching up all these like little imperfections in the stuffs in this rock. It's good stuff, but it's not exactly a smooth surface. So, good thing is this waterproofer has that mastic, something to bond to tenaciously. So, I don't know. Do we start the show without him, or do we wait for him?
I'm sure he's going to have a good opening line.
I don't know. I mean, that is what we pay him for.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
Paying him, but somebody else.
Well, gents, yeah.
That was a quick visit to the hospital.
Well, we're still debating if I need to go.
The Hospital of Howard.
We'll see. It seems to be slowing down. I'm guessing you guys didn't kick off episode 2.
What would you cut? Let me see. I can tell you.
It's all right.
I'll see it. I like this stuff.
No, I'm good.
Let's see it. Come on, Howard. Show it to us. You know you want it.
Yeah. Here, do I see that? That's what I was cutting.
Oh. And you got you cut the tip of your thumb off, didn't you?
No. Actually, so this is why we need to start the next episode, because the story of what happened over on this side of things is right up why I'm the living embodiment of Charlie Brown.
All right, let's do this.
See, that's part of why we didn't start the next episode, is we knew you'd have a good opening line.
Well, I don't know if I have a great opening line.
Failure.
That's me usually. Anyway,
Not an option.
here we go. Let's get this going since it's already 10:45 and yeah.